Newsflash, CNBC for the second day in a row announces negative Tesla news without doing any real research. So first of all, I want to thank you for joining us. This is Greg for Tesla Fan Insight. If this is your first time, welcome. If you're a repeat visitor, welcome back. We also want to thank our Patreon supporters. Your support is greatly appreciated and makes a huge difference. We're here in Lakeland, Florida, enjoying the awesome views and wanted to do a brief response to the latest attack by CNBC on Tesla regarding BYD. So what the story that came out is that BYD has exceeded Tesla in sales, and therefore, considering the fact that Warren Buffett is an investor, it's a sign of perhaps Tesla losing its edge. So we wanted to announce that no biggie, or no problema in Spanish, or no hay problema in Spanish. So basically, as you probably all know, BYD makes a large percentage of the buses in China, and they're all electric. BYD also makes electric vehicles of different types: trucks, buses, cars. Now, up until Tesla entered a year and a half ago, BYD had the largest number of vehicles on a monthly basis being sold around the world of any manufacturer. Now, this latest comment regarding BYD outselling Tesla I found very strange, because in fact, BYD has been outselling raw numbers of Teslas for several years. The problem with this is that BYD has a very large group of vehicles that are very inexpensive two-person vehicles. So in my mind, when you look at those vehicles, you'd have to say that they're what are called loss leaders. So the lower the price of the vehicle, the higher the likelihood there's no margin on those vehicles, but it allows them to seed the market. So the implied from the Tesla situation with these sales of BYD is that BYD is doing way better than Tesla. Tesla's doing bad. They're not on their game. But the reality is that, guess what? This whole thing is, in my mind, fairly irrelevant. And the reason it's irrelevant is because you can see when Tesla introduces the Model Y, they sell out. You saw the numbers of Model 3s being sold. So all of this tells us that, this is a no big deal situation. Now, as I was doing this show, I just thought of the fact that I'm in Florida and they have alligators. So if you see me looking backwards to make sure nothing's coming out of this pond, it's designed to make sure that getting eaten while you watch my show would not be fun. So I wanted to articulate the fact that we have an interesting situation with CNBC, which is all hate for Tesla as much as possible unless they're forced to give something good. And if Warren Buffett says something about Tesla, it gets big news. And Tesla just can't buy a decent coverage. So in the one case where Tesla and BYD went head-to-head was in Canada. And what happened is that Loblaw, a grocery store chain in Canada, announced that they're actually going to go ahead and partner with BYD to do electric trucks. And that BYD was going to actually build a facility in Canada to produce these electric trucks, with Loblaw being a lead customer. After this truck was delivered for grocery deliveries, and it was tested for 30, but it may have been 90 to 120 days, by the folks at Loblaw, they announced that they were canceling the project and getting rid of the BYD vehicles. So this is a very harsh environment. Canada can be very cold, and vehicles have to hold up because electric vehicles lose a lot of range when it comes to very cold weather. And the vehicles or trucks presented by BYD to Loblaw's completely failed. And then we've had similar failures from buses from BYD, etc. So I believe that Tesla's strategy of delaying until they confidently can deliver on customer agreements, is a sign of a well-organized company that knows what they're doing, knows what they want to do. So is BYD outselling Tesla? Absolutely. And they've been doing so for quite a while. When it comes to vehicles that are priced in a manner to actually make money, part of the deal for BYD has not been to make money. It's been simply to seed the marketplace with government subsidized vehicles that don't necessarily break even on price, but they're hoping to seed the market with these very inexpensive vehicles. So, what can we look forward in the future? Well, what we're looking forward to is Tesla will do a process where they're delivering their new 4680 battery and dropping a $25,000 vehicle that'll be large enough for more than 2 people to sit in, and it'll be profitable enough for the company to continue making those vehicles. In the case of BYD, how their economics work because of Chinese funding and government goals for EVs is a completely different party, and therefore I expect that most of those BYD vehicles sub $10,000 actually don't make any money. So this is another case of Wall Street Journal, CNBC, Tesla hating and really not taking time to do careful research before they present dumb stuff on their channels. Now, they're quick to point out also that Elon is really rich, but it's very counterproductive. I really look forward to your comments on this. As you can see, we're in an interesting place. Again, really nice here in Lakeland, Florida. We're on a tributary to one of the giant lakes here, and it is awesome. Highly recommend you check it out. Not too congested and a very, very beautiful place. So, to close out, just a reminder of our health tips for today. Don't forget your 25 leg lifts a day. Also wanted to encourage you to eat a salad or something very light prior to lovemaking. That way the blood flow won't be concentrated on the food digestion and it'll be available for other activities. We also wanted to encourage you to consider no more than once a week for fried foods. And we also wanted to encourage you to consider not going to bed within 4 hours of eating, minimum 2 hours, limiting the chance of acid reflux or other issues. And then finally, we wanted to encourage you to engage in some mental health activities that might be helpful, and the 2-5 and other fasting diets are part of that process. At any rate, without getting eaten by an alligator in Florida, as you can see, this is Greg for Tesla Fan Insight. Have a great day. Bye for now, and thanks for joining us.